It doesn't even stay in the same pitch.
Where's you got laying down, Matt? Hey! Look at that, Big Dan's fixed another problem. Welcome back to the channel. If you're joining us again. Back on the Escort from last week. Got the gasket. We need to obviously road test this, etc. So we'll have a bit of footage of that. Yards full of cars again. Over there and over there. It's a good job we've got nice neighbours because once again, we've got, I don't know how many more cars here than our allocated spaces are. Let's see what we get into this week.
Deja vu. Oh, I'm waiting for it to fall in the bucket then. It's not very nice, is it? What are we saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely blocked solid. All in there.
That's completely solid.
Dan's always got the good language in the background, hasn't he? Oh yes, beautiful.
That's why she's rattling.
Yeah.
Another example, pickup completely blocked. 9 times out of 10, when you're getting the oil pressure light on or they sounded a bit rattly, or rattlier than usual because they're not the nicest of sounding engines anyway, a bit of wet belt. So, yeah, that's another one to get done. It's Ace Ventura again. We've had all the tricks going on recently, haven't we, on the channel? GTR in 800 horsepower, and it doesn't get used, pretty much, from what we know. Piled all this money into it just to use it occasionally. I mean, that's fair enough, but bit of a waste if you ask me. Got this 1 Series convertible on the ramp. This needs a wheel bearing and an oil level sensor change. So I'll quickly get on with that. We need to get that suspension arm out of the way because this is a bolted unit. It all looks a little bit crusty, doesn't it? Realistically, the speed sensor needs to come out as well. After removing the 10 million bolts and fixings holding that tray up, this is what we're going for. We're going to drain the oil, and that's the oil level sensor there. But that side's relatively easy. I just think this is going to be a little bit of a pain because everything's so crusty. There's no point in talking about it. Let's just get on and do it. I'll just note it. Someone didn't tighten that up last time they were in here. Oh man, this job, everything is seized. It is really crusty. Obviously it's SK, so this was up north originally. Eventually got some bolts undone. I had to cut one of them because it was completely seized in. Just undone this clamp bolt, and as with these, just give them a few taps down, and then suddenly it dropped. What's going on here? Yeah, that's deado. Oh man. So that is a top mount that he's doing, which is going to mean I mean, the shock's basically off anyway. Spring out, etc, etc. All this to do a wheel bearing. As I keep saying, we deal with this sort of thing on a daily basis.
Okay, so we've now got 2 items on the bench rather than just the one, but what can you do? Amazingly, after everything else being seized and that, the wheel speed sensor came out relatively easy from in there, so happy days. Right, let's just get this buzzed off quick. These will be tight, I know they will. Oh yeah, tight and graunchy. Get all this cleaned up, get the new bearing back in. Beautiful. Whilst we're over here, I might as well just use these spring clamps. We have got a hydraulic one, but I can't be bothered to go and get it all out. It's a bit buried at the minute. Let's use these, yeah. If anyone knows, these things, you can never quite know what's going to happen. Oh wow. That's what it should look like. That lot is just absolutely disintegrated. Yeah, that's why it pulled out.
There we go. What a mission. But that's done now. Get it back on the floor, and that can go back off to car sales. Yeah, we've got a special guest in today, and we're putting him straight to work. We'll drain the oil, did the tyre pressures, etc. whilst it is in the air. So I'm just gonna chuck some of this stuff in, 1050 racing. I'll get it run up again, wait for the fans to kick in, and fingers crossed. Yes, the cooling fans are running now, but you can feel it. Obviously you can't feel it on here, but air is like coming up here over the intercooler, and there's nothing. I can't feel anything blowing through the actual radiator, either side, either fan. Blasting out over here. Love it. Like, the air is not making its way through that intercooler and then through the radiator. So it looks like we're not road testing this yet. Obviously, the fans are keeping it like that at the moment, where it's stationary. But if that's driving up the road and not getting airflow through the front, especially when you've been giving it a load with that turbo heating up, that's probably quite a big factor into why she's getting hot. Right, they're off now, so I'm going to shut this off. The fans have cycled a couple of times, so we don't know until we start doing our own sort of diagnostics. We've got an issue there. There's no airflow going through that rad, so we need to get that sorted. We've come up with a new plan. We're going to go get hold of a factory intercooler, fit them cooling fans. Spoken to the trader. He's happy with that. He thinks that's a good idea. After all, he's the one who wanted it down here for us to try and cool it down. So that'll be happening. Alrighty then. Test time. See what happens to these temps. Take it very slowly to start with. We'll do some normal driving, give it a few pulls and see what she goes like. Sounding pretty good on the bumps, to be honest. It's not rattling and knocking and very good. Nice and tight, brakes feel okay. Let's just get her out on the open road. Temps are looking good at the moment. It's all good signs. This thing drives really nice. Feels nice and tight. Not pulling over the road or anything. Beautiful. It's not quite surprising due to the rest of the condition of the car. It's obviously been looked after before. The only thing we got to do is sort these running temps out. And at the moment, we're looking alright.
these aren't the fastest things in the world. Nice bit of might not have heard that. Nice bit of turbo noise and that. Oh, look at it. Sod's law, innit? Why does it have to start to rain? I reckon quickly, before the roads get too wet, give it another quick little pull. Love these old things. You have to really wind them up to get them going, you know? We'll get another little one. Here the overrun as well. Coolant temp hasn't got up past where it's sat normally. Well, as far as I'm aware, that's where it normally sits. Get a bit more turbo noise, shall we? Oh no. Traffic. This has been a nightmare trip to take out for traffic. This has been absolutely everywhere. There aren't too many places I've been able to really open it up, which is annoying. It is what it is. Seems good to me. Took it up the road after all that aggro with the wheel bearing. It still makes a noise. It's not as loud. It still makes a noise. We're like, what? Let's see if there's any oil in it. I mean, it don't look like it's been leaking, but that diff is definitely making a hell of a noise.
Not the level plug.
Shove your finger in there. If you, it should be near the level.
Should be up. No.
Dry.
There's a little bit in there.
Oh.
Filings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it even worth putting oil in it? With all that metal that's coming out.
No. That's definitely metal.
Yeah. Loads of it.
So you fixed one problem, and there was another problem to fix all along as well. So loud in there, couldn't tell. Oh man, this car. Then again, these 1 Series, usually the diesel ones, they were known for doing diffs. Ooh. What's this thing doing in here? I expect anyone who's watched the channel for a long time will have seen this a few times in the workshop, out the workshop. It's a bit of a saga with this car. It's been here for a long time. There have been lots of problems along the way, and now we're finally going to be getting around to doing it. Not in this video, but it will be in the background of other videos, and we'll keep up to date with what's going on with that.
What's under here? Well, half an engine is what's under there.
It's been a very long, ongoing thing to getting around to sorting this out. So yeah, expect to see this in the background for a while. Yeah. Look at this little beast. Little Honda Jazz.
Race car.
She's just in, she's failed the MOT. These rear discs and pads do it because they are bad. There's no handbrake. Front caliper on this side seems that it's seized or not sliding, so that needs to come apart. We'll have a look at those when they come off.
Play the game. Let's find the lock and wheel nut. Why not? Doesn't seem to be anything in there. Yes.
This is an interesting one as well. Dan's on at the minute. It's in for MOT, and they've also said that a couple weeks ago it had the timing belt done on it, and ever since then, if you leave it for longer than like 10-15 minutes, it just cranks and cranks and cranks and cranks, won't start. Being that it's a diesel, we found out the person who did the cam belt, for whatever reason, disconnected all the fuel lines nearby. Usually we just sort of move them out of the way. He's put all different pipes and that on it, etc. It still does the same thing, so we said, well, whilst it's in, we'll spend a little bit having a look over it, see if we can get it sorted. Can't promise anything because we didn't do the work, so we don't know what exactly has been touched. So yeah, that was that. Obviously, when the belt was done, the wheel would have come off, so you could get through to the crank and all that. Whoever did the work didn't notice that this tyre that he had off in his hand has got the cords showing through.
That's disgraceful, that is. Why would you not mention that to the client, you know?
Why would any mechanic not say, look mate, I'd get that tyre done as soon as you leave here? Bear in mind, they drive from Southampton to Bournemouth and back to Southampton, you know, every day for work. They're out there.
Oh. Yeah.
That'd be 2 tyres then.
Christ. not much touching there, and the other side, yeah, that should help that out at least another 90% on the rear. This front. Yeah.
See what we can do with this. Might be able to unseize it, but we'll see what we can do. Nah, there was no hope of unseizing that caliper. It was stuck solid. So, new one's on, get this bled out, and then we'll be on to the next.
That stayed nice and clean in there, innit?
Yeah.
Happy days.
That's good. Yeah.
Back together.
We do an engine flush and a clean flush after.
Yeah.
Dan loves that car. He's going to be sad to see it go. Originally, this thing came in for an oil leak, and when this is all together, right, it is so tightly packed in, we could see the oil coming down
From like this area, from when everything's back on it, it was like around here.
to us. We said to him, look, it looks like it's all coming from around the oil cooler. Maybe the gasket's failed. So we'll get an oil cooler, and then we'll go through the process. Like, honestly, the process to get to that oil cooler, other than the cylinder head missing, the whole process is exactly the same. Even having to remove the turbo and the downpipe and all that, it is the same process just to get to the oil cooler. We got to the oil cooler, and then we could see that all around the cylinder head, there was oil coming out of it. At the time, we dug around, and yeah, it does happen to them. So that's where that started. X amount of weeks went by, and then the trader come and picked the head up. A couple of weeks after that, he eventually got it down to the machine shop. It come back. We put the whole engine back together, wasn't it? Put the whole engine back together. Wound it over, and it was as though there was like no compressor. It was like, hang on a minute, Dan, did you put the cam chain on it? We compression tested it. How many valves? Number one cylinder, two of the valves. Both, yeah, but number one cylinder, both exhaust valves. You know, stupidly, we should have actually checked before we put it back together. We didn't, we got it out of the packaging from the shop, the machine shop, and wanted to get the car done. You know, what they say about the assumption being the mother of all, ups. They hadn't done anything to the valves. I was like, what's going on? X amounts of weeks go by, the trader takes the head back to him and says, what's going on? And then that time round, it come back. We checked the whole thing properly this time, and one of the corners of the cylinder head where it bolts down, it was broken off. Like someone had dropped it. Oh no, we wouldn't have let it go out like that, blah, blah, blah. Like, it has been an absolute nightmare. Luckily, we know a very, very, very good engineering. What would you call him?
Awkward engineering.
I know you call him awkward engineering, but I don't know what you'd call him. Absolute wizard. Managed to actually do some fab work on it and has sorted it. By that point, our MOT lane had started going, and then we've just been absolutely flat out busy, and we're just sick of staring at it now. So it's in here, we do a few hours on it a day over the next X amount of days and get that running, finally. Just finishing changing this steering rack on this BMW. They have an all new track rods and that on it as well, very nice. This thing here, look at that, old Vito, 3 litre V6 diesel. We've got Brabus bits on it and all sorts. Fair play. Dan's busy as usual. Look at this little beast. I think it's quite a rare car actually. Little 05 plate Polo GT diesel engine. It's got a PD engine in it. It's 130 horsepower. Oh, but that's a right laugh to take up the road, isn't it? Right now, probably spotted it if anyone was looking in the background just now. Had something else cool turn up, which is a bit poorly. Mark II Golf 16 valve GTI. She's a bit poorly, but it's absolutely gutless. Considering this engine, etc., it should be around the 150 horsepower mark. I know what 150 horsepower feels like in one of them, and it's got like nothing. Put your foot down and it's like So yeah, there are a few things that we're going to go through. We've got some information about this, that and the other. It won't be in this video because it's Friday afternoon. We've been flat out as per usual, just grabbing some clips of bits here and there when we can. Keep an eye out for that on the channel. She's not very happy. Start with the basics, I suppose. It was really bad old fuel in it when he picked it up and he started it to move it. In that process it actually ran out of fuel. They put a fuel filter on it. It runs a bit better, but it's still no power. I mean, you know, make sure the air filter's not blocked. Vacuum leaks and that as well. We're going to go from some diagnostics, even timing. Don't know the full story of what's happened. We'll just go for everything. It could be the fuel pump itself with the lack of power. I mean, I know it hunts on idle. That's probably a separate issue, but fuel pump could be knackered now after sucking up all that, how old the fuel was. Apparently it weren't very nice what come out of it. So yeah, we'll dig into that. Was in that trolley? Yeah, there you go. Last job of the day, service, rear disc and pads, and MOT. And I think that'll do it. Try and fit well. Hang on a minute. What's the time? 4 o'clock. I mean, ain't gonna finish that early. Mental week again, as usual. Managed to get a few clips of bits on here. More cool stuff. The Escort's waiting. That's waiting to go. More old school action next week. Get into that lovely old Golf, sort that out. I'm just gonna jump on the other side of these discs now, get them knocked out quick, give Dan a hand. And yeah, that'll be it. End of the day. Thanks for following along. If you find anything you've seen in this video interesting, have a look back through the channel. You might see some other stuff that takes your fancy. If you really fancy it, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you on the next one.